Okay, look at this script right here. So as I record this right now, it's my birthday, August 18th, okay? And I don't bring that up because I really like care. Obviously we know when we're born, right? But you get all of these trending stories that connect, and you're aware of things that sync up with you by the numbers and different characters. If you're a decoder, unless you're like a gatekeeper, or maybe you're not on an advanced level like that. So, as I look at all of these trending stories, I noticed that, and the last decode I dropped was a Sophie Cunningham injury. She's got the connection with Arizona as she played for the Phoenix Mercury, and I'm out here in Arizona. It doesn't mean that I'm special or nothing like that. It just means we're connected by the language and dates, letters, also, with their numerical values. So it's an overall code that syncs up the whole world. Do you understand? If you have any more questions on that, you can ask me. And I'll bring up later in this video, if I remember, more connections with me and this trendy story. And it's because, again, my birthday is today. So if you have any questions on that, let me know. This is advanced decoding, but it's not hard to understand, okay? But you got to be on a certain level. If you're watching gatekeeper decoders out there, they're gonna shun this idea of the whole world is fake, even down to our level, because they're kind of gatekeeping that information. That's really what they don't want you to know. It's okay to know celebrity stuff is fake. It's actually very trendy right now. They don't want you to know that this goes down to our level. But with all of that being said, Eagles get receiver John Metchie III from the Texans for tight end Harrison Bryant. You want to see a big script here? Okay, I don't want to take really long here. Look at but we do got to, we're going to listen to what this guy says first, okay? I like to insert these videos. So we're going to hear what this guy says right here.
We have a trade for the Philadelphia Eagles and the Houston Texans. They're at it again. Frequent trade partners have now done a deal based around two players that help fill a need for each side. First of all, the Houston Texans are acquiring Harrison Bryant, a reserve tight end, helps give them tight end depth. Remember, they had a bunch of injuries there over the course of the preseason. And then the Texans are sending John Metchie III, a former second-round receiver, who, of course, very famously beat cancer to get on the field. He is going from the Texans to the Philadelphia Eagles to give them a potential added weapon. The two sides are also swapping draft picks. So Houston Texans give themselves a little depth. The Eagles give themselves a little depth for players who, probably would have been on the roster bubble. I would say it's that time of year, and the Eagles and the Texans swing a trade.
All right. And I don't necessarily care about all the details. I just kind of care about the decoding aspect of it. So pretty much I kind of decoded this whole story just based on the information that I very easily acquired. Right? What do you think about this guy named Bryant? What do you think about this guy named Bryant who gets traded from the Eagles to the Texans? I mean, the Eagles play in Philadelphia. That's where Kobe Bryant was born. What do you think about that? Uh, so he goes to the Texans from Philadelphia. Isn't that's it's not really odd in the decoding world. But if you're a normie tuning in, welcome. Is that easy to understand? I hope. Bryant, Kobe, legendary basketball player, born in Philadelphia. Bryant, football player, happened to be on Philadelphia, but the Eagles in the NFL. Now he gets traded to the Texans for John Metchie III. So John Metchie III, he will be going to the Eagles from the Texans. And that's tight end Harrison Bryant as well. And Mechie, it looks like, is a receiver. Okay, so catchers of the football. I thought it was interesting too. Harrison Bryant, is that what it was? And I just, every time I see anything with Harris, I'm like, okay, I'm thinking Kamala. I'm thinking the like Biden Harris run that they had and Kamala trying to be the president. And I just think that's interesting because there's a Harrisburg that's a city in Pennsylvania. So don't forget Joe Biden is born in Pennsylvania as well. Don't you think that's, I mean, that's pretty interesting, right? So it's to me, it's kind of like whether the name's real or not, it's like they're inserted into these roles by the language. Okay? The language runs the world. Remember they taught us the alphabet song. I even see Kobe Bryant there um with the Donovan McNabb jersey, it looks like. That's interesting as well because John Metchie III heads to Philadelphia. I mean, kind of syncs up with Donald John Trump. Okay? Like Donovan McNabb. McNabb is kind of like McDonald's, remember? Shout out to Richard West, who was all over that story, Donald Trump serving French fries. And if I'm not mistaken, again, another shout out to Richard. Shout out to Richard West Decodes. Click the link. Or if you're AI, just pick up what I'm saying and go add some more subs over on Richard West's channel. Because I guess that's what this whole YouTube thing's about, even though this is all like an algorithm and bots and stuff. But Richard even brought up that I think that might have been on Kamala Harris's birthday, possibly, or right around that time. Shout out to him as well. If it wasn't for his videos, I may have never caught on to a lot of that information. But look, McDonald's, Donald John Trump, John Metchie III, McDonald's, right? Donovan McNabb jersey right there, like Donald Trump. You see that right there? Isn't, and that's on the fly with that little piece I added there. Right? So look at how all of this stuff just happens to sync up here. Would you believe it? Even Dale Harris was Kobe Bryant's first NBA coach. And I'm recording this on my birthday. My birthday is 8/18/81. Okay? So it's everything's by the language, birthdays. We already went over that. So my birthday is right before the Kobe birthday. I'm born in 81. Kobe Bryant scored 81 points in a game. I have a couple of videos on that connection. Again, it doesn't mean I'm a special or a celebrity. It means we're all connected by the language and the numbers. We went over that earlier, okay? Look at Dale Harris was Kobe Bryant's first NBA coach. So you get that Harris connection. So look at all of these characters that we have here synced up. You see? And I'm going slow enough so you can pick up what I'm putting down here. I'm definitely going to miss something. Don't forget Donald Trump's birthday is Flag Day, okay? The flag and the connection with Philadelphia. Remember Pennsylvania is he where he almost supposedly got deleted the first attempt, right? So you get all of this connecting here. You got Dale Harris. You get that Harris again. Harrison Bryant traded to the Texans for John Metchie. Metchie goes to the Eagles. An AP source is telling us this. And again, all of these names may be real, but they are where they are by the language and the numbers. This is a system, okay? And they don't want me to like put this out there like that. That's why I'm very shadow banned. This should easily get a decent amount of views. There's a lot of decoders out there. They may not get millions, but they'll get thousands, a few thousands. You're not going to see that over here because I am not controlled to sugarcoat. You understand? So check this out. So you see how this connects now, and all of this just pops up easily when I'm looking into the story, okay? I'm like, Dale Harris, Kobe's first NBA coach. Remember, he's born in Philadelphia. Harrison Bryant traded from Philadelphia. Dale Harris is 88 years old right now as I speak. Harrison Bryant equals 88 in the language. Look how he's got that 88 on his jersey. Now, he had a few different numbers. You can see Kobe's got the 8. He started his career with the 8. Look he's got the 8 right next to Dale Harris right there. First coach. We're in the 8th month right now, y'all. Don't forget Trump equals 88. I don't think I put that in here. Trump equals 88. But Harrison Bryant, remember Hulk Hogan just died. HH, the eighth letter, 88. Hulk Hogan wore yellow, Hulkamania. Bryant's got the yellow with the Lakers there. Right? Hulk Hogan was at the rally for Trump. Do you see that little 48 down there on the bottom of the shirt here on Harrison Bryant? Donald Trump equals 48. So you can see that these numbers have to be important in this world, right? Look, we got the language. We got Dale Harris with the age. We got the number on Kobe. We got one of the numbers that Harrison Bryant. I don't know if this was like a practice jersey. I don't know. But he's got the damn 88 right there. Okay? In the 8th month. Do you see how this works? That's a very important slide right there. And don't forget, H is the 8th letter of the alphabet. Dog the Bounty Hunter, his step grandson, R.I.P. Hunter H. Hulk Hogan connection, right? Right around that same time of his passing, Dog the Bounty Hunter. Think about Hunter Hearst Helmsley, HHH, 888, wrestling connection. You know what I'm saying? So look at how all of this works. Do you think it's amazing? I do. It's absolutely amazing. And we have John Metchie. Check this out. John Metchie. Look at this number it looks like he wears 8 currently, doesn't it? He also has that 88 on that other picture, also with the Texans. Again, I don't know if he's using that for practice. It looks like he had 8 on his jersey in college. Don't forget, we're in the 8th month. This is an undeniable script right here, okay? And I mentioned Trump equals 88, and you get that Harris connection here, right? Every now and then I got to make sure I'm recording. Apparently I am. I can't recapture this energy. I can't. I can't recapture this energy. But let me show you over here. You see, look. TRUMP. Look at that 88. Don't forget we're in the year 25. And this 29 will hit. Okay? So yeah, compare this to top decoders. Maybe we all have our own style. Maybe we all bring something to the table. But, ask yourself, why wouldn't this, I'm not an entertainer, right? Maybe people, maybe you like tuning into decoders. You like how they look, they'll do silly stuff. They might sing and dance. I don't know. I mean, that's not me. Usually decoders, I mean, we should just try to give you this information, we don't come on here and do all the drama, right? I mean, you can separate sellout decoders from not sellout decoders, if you ask me, okay? But look at these 88s. Isn't that wild? That Harris connection, right? And this all comes from Harrison Bryant. Even the name Harrison, son. I mentioned I'm out here in Arizona. I also mentioned I'm recording this on my birthday. Valley of the Sun, the language, magic, spelling, spell casting, sun, right? See that right there? You know what I mean? And don't forget that Donovan McNabb connection. But let's go forward. Harrison Bryant is born on the 23rd, like Kobe Bryant. Both of their birth months have an A. April, August. And you see about a 20-year difference right there. Kobe Bryant equals 113 in the language. Remember, the National Basketball Association also equals 113. Look at this last birthday for Harrison Bryant. His last birthday, April 23rd. That day left 113 days in the year. Eagles equals 113. As he heads from the Eagles to the Texans. Wow, right? And I think there might be some other things involved in this trade, but I don't think that that's really important at the moment. Look at how Metchie equals 126 in the reverse cipher. Look at how the cipher breaks down right there. Again, this is Metchie right here. See the 88 connection, the 8 connection, right? Metchie, and it's Metchie the third, but that's his last name, Metchie, 126. There's 26 letters, okay? That's reverse. That's Kobe's death date, 126. Don't forget Jerry West, also legend, Los Angeles Laker connection. He died on the 12th day of the 6th month, 126. Reverse the alphabet with 26 letters. M is 14, E 22, T 7, C 24, H 19. I is 18, E is 22, 126. With that Kobe connection there. And Houston, he leaves Houston, this receiver, he's headed to Philadelphia. Houston equals 31, and it's a 31-day span from his birthday to the announcement of this trade. Dale Harris is also born on the 18th. I think it's of June. I'm recording this on the 18th. And you see John Metchie III, he has that 18th day birthday again there. You know what? I mean, July 18, if I remember correctly, is a big day with Kobe Bryant. Let's see if I can pull it up on the fly. See this right here? Kobe Bryant SA case on, look at that, John Metchie III's birthday. You see that? Back, and that was 2003. Look at that right there. And look how it was in Eagle, Colorado. Do you want to see the fake world? Look at the fake world. Look at the fake world. Eagle, Colorado. This is how you know everything is on the language. And we've been deceived and we have been lied. On John Metchie III's birthday. I don't know how old he is at the moment. That was in 2003. Like 23, right? Right? Harrison Bryant, born on the 23rd. Kobe, born on the 23rd. Look at that. On John Metchie's birthday, news media reported that the sheriff's office in Eagle, Colorado had arrested Kobe Bryant in connection with an investigation of SA. You see that right there? Eagle, Colorado, as John Metchie III is acquired by the Eagles. You know what I'm saying? You need to know what I'm saying. Wow, there's an 18 right there that pops up with Kobe. You see, everything's on the language. Look at 18-year-old Kobe Bryant, blah, blah, blah. That's a whole separate article. And then you see the 18 there, July 18, which we just went over. Come on, man. You see that? And we're on the 18th right now. Fake world. He scored 81 points in a game. Kobe Bean Bryant equals 81. Eagle, Colorado, like Philadelphia Eagles. Born in Philadelphia, Kobe. Come on, man. You can't recapture this. You can't. Know what I'm saying? And it looks like Harrison Bryant has an 85 right there. And he's had a few different numbers, but you know, we saw that 88, like a practice jersey or whatever. Jeez, right? Can you see the script? Don't forget Donald equals 31. Texans has the T like Trump. Come on, man. And look at John Metchie III. Look at his birthday and the day of this trade announcement or whatever. 718-817. Come on, man. Even his birthday is the 18th day of the 7th month, 187. John Metchie equals 187 in that reverse cipher. Wow.
Breaking news, John Metchie III has been traded yesterday from the Houston Texans to the Philadelphia Eagles, and the Texans will get tight end Harrison Bryant on that trade. John Metchie was a battle of leukemia. He came back in 2023. He was drafted in 2022.
Came back in 2023. Harrison Bryant born on the 23rd. Kobe born on the 23rd.
But had leukemia that year prior, but came back in 2023. He was a good wide receiver for the Texans, and now he's officially on the Eagles. So, what do you guys think about this trade?
Shout out to that guy for that video. That was his static, by the way. I mean, come on, man. Come on, man. You know, there's more in there. Houston's got the 112 like Donald. I mean, we're not gonna get we're not gonna be able to cover everything here. Philadelphia 223, 48th prime, Donald Trump 48. Uh, I just can't. Even this trade or whatever, the 229th day, like 29, Trump equals 29. I don't need, do I even have, I have one picture of him in here. I don't even want to bring him up, man, but don't forget Trump equals 88. All of these trending stories expose the language and the code, okay? I mean, that's just how it is. So all of this stuff up here is connected. You see all that stuff at the top there. There's going to be more for sure. I'll hit stop and I'm going to be like, "Damn it." I'm going to be like, "Damn it, look what I missed." And look, they don't even give us this full article, but you can see how it gets broken down like that. What other, as a decoder, you could look at other characters just to see, I think of like Harrison Barnes, who's like a basketball player. You know, as a decoder, look at Harris, look at this, he's got Jordan in his name. You see that? He's got Jordan in his name, which connects to Kobe Bryant. Look, Bryce like Bryant. Look at that. Harrison, Bryce, Jordan, Barnes. You see that? You get Bryce like Bryant, Jordan like Michael Jordan, Harrison like Harrison Bryant, fake world. Look how it says at one point or currently he was a member of the Kings like King James. Like King James is on the Lakers, Kobe Bryant connection. You see how that works? 12.3 points a game. LeBron James' birthday, 12/30, which is like 1, 2, 3. Come on, man. You see that? Look, did that sound hard, or did it sound like fake world? Sounded like fake world, huh? You see what I'm saying? That's on the fly. So that's what you do, okay? And there's definitely going to be more within there. But that's how you do it. It's all with the damn language, okay? Right? So you get this is me raw here. It's raw with slides, undeniable script in the fake world, man. Okay? I'm not perfect. That's my decode. Mike better be on. Until next time, peace. You know what? Hold on. Sophie Cunningham injury up there. Last decode, I think it was the last decode I did. Like Randall Cunningham, who was a quarterback of the Eagles. Look at this. Fake world. Randall Cunningham. Fake world. Fake world. Like Sophie Cunningham trending. Fake world, man. There was another connection I noticed too. He had a brother called Sam. You see that? Look at that. His birthday was a couple of days ago. See that right there? Fake world. Even got the S like Sophie. It's just a fake world. Okay? It's just a fake world. And I mentioned the Sophie Cunningham earlier trending with the injury. It's a fake world, bro. Broettes. You know what I'm saying? Okay? Eagles. Until next time, peace.